Let's now continue our journey towards reducing our impact with the next stage in a product's lifespan. After manufacture, testing and quality assurance, it's time to ship it out to wherever it's needed. And here, logistics can be a huge source of carbon emissions as well as waste and inefficiency. So we went and talked to the people on the ground across Isover and British Gypsum's distribution network to get a handle on the major programs and everyday activities they're undertaking to move products smarter, more efficiently, and altogether better.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brian Fisher. I'm the Head of Distribution for Saint-Gobain Interior Solutions. So my primary responsibility is delivery of our finished goods to our customers. We've got a great team that works for us. We work really hard in delivering exceptional customer service and getting the right thing to the customers at the right time. So when we look at how we optimise our network, the other Saint-Gobain UK brands form an important part of that. And through the control tower, we look at how we can share empty legs, so we're running less empty miles in the UK. We've taken, over the last couple of years, 4,700 empty legs, or about 1.3 million kilometres that we haven't run empty now. We've got over 500 trailers running around the country, and stitching that together, and the teams work really hard to make sure they're in the right place to load, but they're also in the right place to deliver to the customer. So sustainability is incredibly important to us. We've been working for a couple of years to increase our work in the area. We're reducing our CO2 emissions. We're targeting around 70% of our fleet emissions to be reduced by the end of this year. So HVO is one of our sustainable fuels. We made a decision in 2022 to move away from diesel as far as we could possibly do. Very fortunate, HVO is a drop-in fuel, so you can take a normal diesel truck with a modern engine, refuel it in HVO with no impact. So the operational impact is zero, but the sustainability impact, we get about a 9% reduction in our CO2. We're running now, probably 70% of our UK fleet are running on HVO. That's a massive reduction in CO2. That's incredibly important. So HVO can't be the final solution because it didn't give you a zero emission, but it's been a really good stopgap to take us the last couple of years. So now that the effort now is on the journey from HVO to the next stage of sustainable fuels, which is moving towards the battery electric vehicles. We're just moving now into a significant trial for Saint-Gobain UK, really. We're bringing 6 electric HGVs into Gotham, 5 articulated trucks and 1 rigid. They'll be the first sort of big articulated and big delivery fleet we've got in the UK that's electric. From a Scope 3 perspective, with most of our fleet now running on sustainable fuels, we've saved 32,000 tonnes of CO2 since 2022 when we started the journey. That's a significant decrease to the emissions on our Scope 3 targets. So from a sustainability perspective, we work really hard to ensure that sustainability is an important part of the decision-making process. And it's not just about our transport fleet, but it's the way we operate the site. So a great example is when we built a new perimeter fence, we installed a hedge inside it to give us a net diversity benefit. We put a couple of beehives in because it gives us a benefit. We make sure the plants that we plant are the right plants for the bees. When we built the new gatehouse, we put solar panels on the gatehouse. When we installed the vehicle wash, we make sure the vehicle wash gives us 95% recycled water. How our brand looks on the roads is really important. But obviously, vehicle washers, when you're washing things the size of a truck, use a lot of water. The one we've got recycles 95% of the water. And even our MHE in the warehouse, we've got the only electric 5-ton forklift trucks in the business. With the warehouse, it's an old facility, so we've just gone through a process of installing proximity lighting, so that reduces the energy bill. They're LED, which draws less, but actually when we're not operating in a particular zone, the lights switch off. We've obviously got the 2 5-ton electric trucks. Those are, we put those in 2 years ago now as a trial to see if they could actually operate as a 5-ton truck in a plasterboard warehouse, and that's been really successful. On a CO2 per shipment basis, we're now at 110 kilos per shipment. In 2022, we're 249 kilos per shipment. That's a significant decrease in the last couple of years. Sustainably is much more than just fuel and CO2. Bees are a great investment for the site. They're an important part of our biodiversity plan. They generate a lot of honey, so we get about 300 or 400 jars a year of honey. We sell those £5 a jar. That all goes to a local charity in Nottingham. The guys on site love the bees. The logos across our brand now. Our schools program uses the logo. I suspect we're more famous for our bees now than we are for our trucks.
So my name is Jonathan Mayle and my role is Head of Operational Planning and Fulfilment. The pallet loop is a circular pallet reuse scheme designed specifically for the construction sector. The innovative supply chain solution incentivises and enables the recovery, repair and reuse of pallets, supported by a dedicated nationwide collection service. Loop pallets are distinctively green in colour and different by design, with some specifications having enhanced strength and durability to support multiple use through the supply chain. In May 2024, British Gypsum became the first building materials manufacturer in the UK to form a strategic partnership with the pallet loop in a bid to significantly reduce pallet waste. So far we are seeing a very good uptake on pallet returns, and we have nearly 7,000 locations registered with the pallet loop for pallet collections. And as we see more of our products go out on green loop pallets, we will see an increase in that return rate as well. The industry challenge is that British Gypsum use approximately 1.6 million timber pallets every year, and historically only around 10% of those ever get returned. Pallets left behind after products have been removed have for a long time created a challenge across the industry, with many being unsustainably disposed of at a heavy environmental cost. By joining forces with the pallet loop, we aim to significantly reduce this practice. Wooden timber pallets end up in skips, in landfill, and there is a benefit of repatriating those pallets, of using those pallets again multiple times. It helps reduce on waste going to landfill, it helps reduce on the carbon footprint that we have.
So we've now seen how impact can be reduced in the creation of construction materials and in their journeys to site. In future episodes, we'll be looking at how we can design and build smarter, more efficiently, and put energy efficiency into the very fabric of our projects. But what happens to building materials after use? Check out our next episode of Building Better.